Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Cherika Brown and we're on episode 13 of Cherika Be Talking, cause I be talking. And today's question is, how do you become or stay strong-minded in an easily influenced society? I like this question following last episode 12 of loving yourself, because in order to not be easily influenced, you must love yourself and know yourself some kind of way. So if you haven't already, go and check out episode 12. Now, for some reason, when I got this question, I thought back to grade school because, when you think about followers, you think about line leaders and everything, but followers in grade school were typically the people who were easily influenced because they were trying to find themselves, and they would do just about anything to seem cool or to look cool. They didn't really have a mind of their own. So we all knew that one person who acted completely different depending on the group of people that they were around, and they would even go as far as acting like they didn't even, know some people at all, depending on the type of people that they were around or the crowd that was present. It was only a handful of us that can truly be our authentic selves all the time, and those of us I would consider the true leaders. However, just because someone was a leader doesn't mean that they were a good leader all the time. You had leaders like myself who could talk to just about any person in front of anybody, and I didn't have to give anybody an explanation as to how I knew this person or why I was talking to this person. And I would even make these people feel welcomed, and it almost as if I would break the ice so that every single person could talk to this person that people would consider weird or lame. You had the other people, that leaders that people followed, that if they were around and they didn't talk to a person that was considered lame or weird, the other people that were around them wouldn't associate with those people either, and they would just follow suit. But we've all heard the quote that a good leader is also a good follower, meaning in order to lead a group of people, one must be able to, open your mind and see greatness in small voices, because a great leader knows when to put ego aside, because everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. So they know sometimes it's best to let other people lead and just welcome other people who may not talk, look, or even act or believe the same things you believe. I say all of this to say, whether you would label yourself as a natural born leader, or you feel like you never really had a mind of your own, or maybe you always had a mind of your own, but people never really followed your lead, you have to be careful with who you allow to lead you in your life, because at some point in our lives, whether we're a leader or not, we are influenced. Understand that people are human and we could never be God, but we shouldn't want to follow people's lead who don't share our same morals or values, because you got to be on the same page with some things. Some of the best leaders have mentors and people who they look up to. We are typically easily influenced when we lose focus and open the doors for distractions to creep into our lives. And we have to be in the world, but not of the world. Most of the time when we are easily influenced, it is by things the world say is cool, or what the world say is in, or what the world says makes you important, worthy, or more valuable. In order for one to stay strong-minded in an easily influenced society, you have to have an idea what it is that you truly want out of life, or what legacy you want to leave behind when you're no longer here. Not saying we have to be 100% certain with every single thing we want to do in life, but have boundaries and move with a conscience. We have to know what things we are willing to do to get to where we want to be in life, and the things that we absolutely won't compromise, and the things we won't do to get to wherever we are trying to be. We also have to know that everything isn't for everybody. So if we have a gut feeling that we shouldn't be doing something, or don't try something, listen to that voice, because the Holy Spirit is speaking to us when we feel those things. I made a promise to myself at a young age that I would never drink or smoke. People around me would always do it and wouldn't believe me when I said I don't do it either. I even had a guy I was cool with in high school telling me, "Oh, when you get when you get to college, when you get to UGA, oh, they're gonna turn you out. They're gonna turn you out." I swear they gonna turn you all the way out. But I knew that was just him projecting his weaknesses on me. I had gone to parties, clubs, and the skating rink with friends by myself as early as 5th and 6th grade. He didn't even know that because he came in my life in a chapter where I was a different person than I was in middle school. And he didn't know that I had times where I could have been drinking and smoking, but I chose not to. There's power in knowing who you are and whose you are, because people won't be able to tell you much about yourself that you don't already know. And most importantly, people can't manipulate you into believing you're something that you aren't. Staying the course and keeping the focus on you and yours will always be your best bet. Now, most of us in our society and generation don't have a mind of our own. We turn to posts and catchy quotes made by humans that are fighting battles that we don't know about for clarity and advice for our lives. We even find ways to make the quotes we run across apply to our lives when it probably was created for a completely different reason. Sometimes we take advice from posts that sounds good, but if we really think about the true meaning of the post, it contradicts our core beliefs. For example, ever since a well-known artist said in a song he would rather have loyalty over love, we see posts like loyalty over love because we gonna keep it real first. I never like these posts because they reveal how people underestimate the power of love. Most people don't understand that love is an action and not just a small feeling. On the other hand, everyone don't deserve our loyalty, and loyalty isn't something people should expect from everyone. Expecting loyalty out of every single person you know and around you is almost giving people credit as a god. Only God will remain faithful when we are faithless. When we put too much faith into man, we disappoint ourselves. So almost all of our generation is running around casually throwing around loyalty and constantly facing disappointment. Another thing our generation does is compare influencers, friendships, and friend groups to our own. A lot of times we see posts like, if your friend doesn't do X, Y, and Z for you, they are a hater, or so-and-so friends did this and that for her, but mine can't even do X, Y, and Z. Ultimately, doing these things fall into the comparison trap. I feel like if your friends is really your friend, you shouldn't be questioning if they want you to be successful and succeed. That should be a given. I read a post one time that said something along the lines, promote what you love instead of bashing what you hate. And I actually like that post. I've been getting a little better with, trying to follow suit, because sometimes a part of being strong-minded is putting out positive energy so that we can feel good, do good, and be good to others. Typically, anytime a post step on my toes a little, I try to take something from it, as opposed to the post that makes me feel good about myself, stroke my ego, or call out someone else's flaws. I realize that normally if a post makes me immediately think of someone specific, that it may be better off not posting. We have to read the room, as they say, and be able to discern what can be shared and what's better off keeping private or as a small debate or talk at home with family and or friends. So, overall, I would say to stay strong-minded in an easily influenced society, just be real with yourself. Question why you want to make some of the decisions you make in life. Don't compare yourself, your friendships, or relationships to other people's. Remember, the internet only shows you the good and not the bad and the ugly. So run your own race. Stop having high expectations for other people and just live up to the things you expect. Inspect what you expect, and try to be positive about situations instead of promoting negativity. Set personal goals, have boundaries, move with integrity, and don't ever compromise. That's all I have for y'all today. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and y'all know I'll be back because I be talking. Peace.